A new report from the Washington State Health Department is showing a concerning new trend. The transmission of COVID-19 is increasing in parts of Washington state. The report released today shows that case counts are going up in Yakima, Spokane, Benton, and Franklin counties. The health department warns that current transmissions will likely lead to an explosive growth in cases and deaths if not contained. Yakima, Benton, and Franklin County are still in phase 1 of the governor's reopening plan. Spokane was allowed to go to phase 2. The governor issued a statement today saying, quote, "Today's report shows us there is still reason for strong concern in parts of our state." He goes on to say the report estimates cases and deaths will soon increase substantially if COVID-19 continues to spread at current levels. This data will force us to look for some creative solutions and strengthen our strong local and state partnerships to address the disease activity. Meantime, the Coyote Ridge Corrections Center in Franklin County is restricting movement tonight because of COVID-19. According to the Washington State Department of Corrections, 30 corrections officers and 71 inmates have all tested positive for COVID-19. More than half of the inmates are in quarantine right now at that medium security prison. Well, if you think you have coronavirus, you should get tested right away. Several free testing sites have opened up across the Puget Sound region. The latest is this drive-through in Renton. Organizers say they're hoping to help communities of color who've been suffering disproportionately from COVID-19.
We can capture those who are coronavirus positive even when they don't have symptoms, then it's going to help prevent them from spreading it to anyone else.
The drive-through testing site also offered free community care packages filled with toiletries. The next event is tomorrow at 11 a.m. in the Seymour Medical Clinic.